Hi everybody, it's Chef Nicole. Welcome back to my kitchen. I am here on behalf of the Kitchener Market to share another recipe with you guys with adults in the kitchen tonight. Today I am sharing with you a recipe that I really love because it is all made in one pot. Well, I guess actually two, because we're also going to be cooking some pasta, but all of the rest of the components are cooked in one pan, which is great for easy cleanup and also just for making a meal really quickly. So the first thing that I'm going to do is chop up my tomatoes that are going to be going into the pan, and then we're going to head over to the stove and get started. First thing I'm going to do with my tomatoes is cut them all in half, and then I am going to scrape out the seeds. I don't want a lot of extra water in this recipe, so I am just going to take all of the seeds out the side. Roma tomatoes are great for this recipe because they don't have too much extra juice, but I do want to just take that out of there. So I'm just going to do this for the rest of my tomatoes. We're going to dice them up, and then it is going to be time to get over to the stove and cook our chicken and the rest of our ingredients. I picked up these awesome chicken thighs from Charles Meats at the Kitchener Market, and I am going to be searing these off in the pan, and then I'm going to walk you guys through adding all the other ingredients and making a delicious one pan sauce, and then I'm just going to add some pasta to it, and that's going to be how easy it is. I've preheated my pan over medium-high heat. I've cut my chicken into 1-inch pieces so that it's going to cook really quickly. I'm going to season it with some salt and actually I'm just going to do some salt for now because it's going to be a white sauce. So I'm going to add some other seasonings in at the end. We're not going to cook the chicken all the way because we don't want to overcook it. So it's about halfway cooked now, and I'm adding in about half a cup of white wine. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but I just love the extra bit of flavor that it's going to add. So I'm just going to let the wine cook off and reduce by about half. Then I've got our pasta water going here, and I am just going to generously add salt to my pasta water. This is your only chance to actually season the pasta itself, so make sure you add a good pinch of salt to your water. Here are the rest of the ingredients that are going in. In my pan right now, I have butter and garlic, and the white wine is reduced by half. And so now I'm going to start adding in the rest of these ingredients to the pan and finish this up. My chicken is basically done cooking. I'm adding in the delicious tomatoes, some flour to help our sauce to thicken. I'm just going to give that a little stir to incorporate, and you're going to see the color that this sauce is going to turn. Well, some chicken trying to escape. Just going to let the flour cook out for just a minute. We just want to cook out some of the raw flour taste. And then I'm going to be pouring in this cream. About a cup and a half of cream is what I'm going to be adding into this recipe. Oh my goodness, the garlic. I put so much garlic in this recipe. Smells fantastic. You can just see that nice color is starting to get some richness from the tomatoes. It looks great. I'm going to be adding in some sun-dried tomatoes as well as some spinach. All right, so I'm going to add the spinach in right at the end. I'm just going to get my sun-dried tomatoes in. Like, again, I just want to add some beautiful color to this dish. And then I'm going to finish this off with some gorgeous fresh basil as well, just to stir in at the very end before we get ready to serve this up. So you can just see the change in the color. You can see the sauce is bubbling away. It is thick. The chicken is done cooking. I might actually add in a little bit of milk because this did thicken up quite a bit. All I need to do right now is add in my spinach. Give that a little stir. I don't want to let it wilt down too much. I want to really keep that spinach a little bit, just barely cooked down. So I'm going to turn the pan off, take it off the heat. The last thing I need to do with this is add in my basil and show you how it plates up with the pasta. My pasta is cooked up, the chicken and the sauce. You can see the beautiful color that it turned because of the tomatoes. So I am just gonna load up the chicken and some sauce. Tomatoes cooked down, the spinach cooked down a little bit. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to chiffonade some basil. What that means is just basically cut it into ribbons. What you want to do is you want to roll it up kind of like you're rolling a cigar. And then I'm going to take my knife and just give it a nice chop. And then I'm just going to give it a little sprinkle over the top. And that is how we're going to serve up this one pot dish tonight. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, the Kitchener Market is open on Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. for all your fruits, vegetables, meat, cheeses, and so many other things. If you prefer to shop online, head over to thekitchenermarket.ca, click on online ordering, and you will see all the vendors who are offering online produce that can be picked up during regular market hours. We look forward to seeing you guys online or out of the Kitchener Market really soon. Happy cooking!